Hello, gorgeous beings of Earth. Today we are doing a week ahead reading, and this goes for the week of April 30th through May 4th. So, yeah, welcome to this week's reading. I do one of these every week on Saturday or Sunday. I record them and then post them on Patreon on Sunday and on YouTube on Monday. So if you're interested in seeing these the Sunday before your week, then check out my Patreon. And if you'd like to see it on Monday, check it out on YouTube. Also, benefits of going to my Patreon, you're able to make suggestions for upcoming collective readings, and I'm also starting a tarot like study group / book club where we pick one tarot card each week and do a guided meditation based on that. Last week we did Ace of Wands. This week we're doing Two of Wands with this card. It's the Inner Child deck. So that deck will be linked in the description of this video and the meditation video. I think that's all I have for announcements right now. Also, just a reminder that we are currently in Mercury retrograde, and that is going until May 14th. So if things feel a little crazy right now or chaotic, that's why. Or, you know, there's always other reasons why, but that could be a reason why. So yeah, I think we're just gonna get straight into this week. Also on Patreon, I do post a lot of affirmation lists regarding each video that I do, whether it's the weekly forecast or last week we did Higher Self pick a card reading, and there was 3 separate affirmation lists one per pile. So if you're interested, check out my Patreon. I have other links everywhere. I'm trying to make everything as accessible as possible. I just started like 2 weeks ago, so it's kind of up in the air, but comments, any tips, tricks, or questions or concerns if you need. So yeah, let's get into this week. I'm already feeling sort of out of breath, but it's also May 1st is this week, so it is Beltane. If you celebrate pagan holidays, this is like the part between, or the time between the spring equinox and the summer equinox. So a lot of energetic things going on right now. The day before Beltane, April 30th, so this Sunday, is one of the days with the thinnest veil of the year. I know that was not worded correctly, but basically magic and energy are very close to us right now. So if you're getting a lot of synchronicities, a lot of signs right now, again, that's why you're probably starting on this road towards intuition and trusting yourself, healing yourself, whatever it means for you. Be aware, be intentional, and I also want to remind everybody as a disclaimer that tarot and oracle do not deem you to any realities that you don't resonate with. This is sort of just a reminder of information that's already currently with you. If it doesn't resonate, leave it for someone who it will resonate with. You know, it's not for you if it doesn't feel good. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna get into the messages. This week, what's going on this week? We have everything will be okay and laughing and crying. Oh, what a good start. So we've got 45 and 46. So this might be an emotionally charged week. This might have a lot of laughing and crying, and if you can, laugh through the tears or laugh about the crying or laugh about what won't be okay. Everything will be okay. So whatever feels like it's not quite right now, whenever you're hearing this message, whenever you're watching this video, whatever feels like it isn't okay, your higher spiritual team, this third eye right here, is just trying to guide you through this week, okay? Make it to the end of this week. If this is early on in your week, prepare with some breath work or some grounding techniques, some EFT tapping, whatever it means to you to be prepared for spiritually, energetically, emotionally charged week, okay? But the fact that it came out with everything will be okay, I think that these emotions that we're going to be feeling this week are necessary for our transformation. So that's the other side of having a lot of mood swings or ups and downs in our energy, is experiencing things that we need to at this time, right? Some emotions need to be felt in order for them to be passed on, right? It can serve as a benefit. So take that as you will. We're going to keep going with the tarot cards for this week. Energies that will be apparent this week. Okay. This one. So we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Okay. So the Queen of Swords gives very like stiff energy, like she knows, you know, she knows who she is. Obviously she gives like very independent energy, right? And it looks like this, I don't know the word for it, but whatever this machine is that like spins thread, it has like a golden spider web attached to the Queen of Swords. So whatever, again, that you're experiencing this week is weaving together an experience or an understanding or a perspective that needs to be weaved together. So even the parts that feel like you don't really know, it's leading you to the keys of your evolution. This is really like straightforward, okay? Whatever you're experiencing this week, if you can, journal it, just write down what happens and do your best to stay level-headed with your emotions. Like feel them if they come. If you feel anger, if you feel sadness, if you feel joy, feel them for sure, and also write them down so you can kind of look back at your week and see what you may have experienced throughout the week. So we've got our experiences sort of coming together and weaving together this perspective of understanding, and it sort of leads to us understanding our power and our magic, which is why it came with the Queen of Swords, of feeling our own independence, feeling our own power and solitude as the time comes forward. Eight of Swords, so it's gonna feel again like you're kind of tied up, and there's another, like this spider web in this card is red. But again, it's leading you to self-power, or the power of the self. Like this, whatever you're experiencing this week, and I think that it's going to be pain of some sort, and it doesn't have to be physical pain, but it could be emotional or spiritual, or just maybe even the pain of uncertainty, okay? The pain of not knowing what it is that has you tied up this tightly, but you feel it, it's there. You are gaining perspective no matter what. Everything will be okay. Again, with the Seven of Cups, you will find relaxation. Whatever it is, especially at the beginning of the week, that's feeling like it's harming you or holding you back, or you feel resisted, by the end of the week, it will be resolved. You will find at least, if not physical resources to repair whatever it is going wrong or going awry. You will find the emotional and perspective resources that you need in order to feel better, to feel okay, to accept this okayness, okay? And this is giving like tons of relaxation. Yeah, you're gonna be okay. It's all gonna come back to you. You just have to either untie yourself from this or understand that whatever has you tied up so tightly right now is trying to lead you to an understanding, a perspective, etc. Let's keep going with some more energy that'll be coming through this week. Some energy we will be facing. Okay. We have transform. Yeah, exactly. Number 35. So again, I don't know if it's perspective. I don't know if it's relationships, what it is to you. Take it how you will. But something is transforming this week. This April 30th through May 4th, and maybe even on May 1st as you celebrate. It could be as soon as Monday, where you feel this sort of shift in your perspective, this shift in your awareness and understanding. It's really... I would just, maybe even I'm being called to like talk about what it takes for a caterpillar to transform into a butterfly, right? So you start off with a little bug, the little creepy crawler, and he has to munch a ton on leaves and store up energy, right? He's getting prepared. He, once again, preparing for a transformation. So he eats a lot of leaves and greens and everything. He gives his body what it needs to feel ready to go into this transformation, and then once he is ready, he starts to build the chrysalis, or the safe space that is dedicated to his transformation. So maybe this could be altar work, especially with May 1st and Beltane. You could be creating an altar, and that could be sort of the catalyst for your spiritual understanding and your connection to your power this week. If you feel called to, I definitely think you should. And then again, once he comes out of his chrysalis, and you might really benefit from listening to the guided meditation we did last week with the Ace of Wands, because it's literally a guided meditation on coming out of your cocoon and experiencing your wings for the first time. So if you're interested, I will also link that video in the description box below. And then we have growth. Wow. And an absolutely beautiful card. We have growth. So I don't think that there's one way I can put this for you guys, but there's growth in every single avenue. Every single intersection of your life will be experiencing growth, and that's, you can visualize it however you like to, an expansion, an elevation, an evolution. You are growing this week. This week is your growth, and that's why laughing and crying comes. I was just talking about today, as someone with PTSD or CPTSD, we one of the, like, as you heal from PTSD, let me say this, as you heal, a lot of memories start to come back to you, good and bad, but memories that you were completely unaware of before, and it's sort of a blessing and a curse. Sometimes the memories that come back are hard to deal with, sometimes they're really good, and they end up making us feel tears of joy or tears of sadness, however, but your brain brings these memories back to you because it believes that it's safe enough and it's healed enough to be able to transgress and move on from them, okay? So while nostalgia might be a huge part in your healing process, it's also kind of subjecting you to growing around your idea of whatever this memory is, okay? That's a very specific message for somebody. Let's see what kind of abundance we're going to be seeing this week. What abundance will we be seeing this week? We have liberation with the dragonfly. This is amazing. Liberation. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. Oh my God. Oh, okay, so I mean, I can be done now, because seriously, guys, like, this transformation that you're going to be experiencing, everything will be okay. It's not because things are like comforting necessarily, but you're liberating yourself from the mind that makes you think nothing is okay in the first place. That's why things feel okay. That's why you literally untie yourself from this bondage, and you are liberated. You are free from whatever it is that's holding you into this mentality of fear or laughing and crying or the mood swings. You get liberated, you get transformed, you grow out of the fears and the doubts. They still come up because it's a habit. It's a habit for the animal brain to bring these things to the forefront, but you will grow out of them. You will be liberated from them, and that is a really encouraging message for you guys. And then we also have true offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So again, I think that one, altar work could be really beneficial for those who are interested, as far as it being Beltane and you have offering, building a relationship with your divinity, with your spirituality, whatever that means to you. Set up a place in your home where you can visit here and you can leave offerings, and you can really work around your intentions as far as what you want your liberation to feel like to you. Again, a lot of this transformation and growth has to do with your mind. It has more to do with the spiritual and emotional than it will to do with the physical. Just your relationship with the physical is really what's transforming the most here. And then again, offering the things that feel like they are just too much to bear. So these swords that are surrounding you, you can let go of a few of them. Your growth and transformation and liberation will be a mindset that comes to you and frees you from some of these swords that have been holding you down or pinning you to the ground, and offering them back to love, offering them back to whatever spiritual practice you practice, or whatever one you're trying to pick up in the nearby future, offering it to it and letting go, that liberation of just saying it's going to be okay. I don't have control over this. The only thing I have control over is myself. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. We're going to keep going with some possible shadow aspects of this week to look out for. Okay, so we are most ourselves when furthest from the self we think we ought to be. Okay, so liberating ourselves from labels or titles or names even, or identities, is going to be extremely helpful in experiencing this growth, experiencing this transformation. Wherever your mind leads you, wherever your imagination leads you, it's trying to, again, subject you to an idea that you could benefit from. So follow it. And I think that rediscovering who you are outside of these mood swings will make you feel more okay with not having to be someone so specific. Okay, and on top of that, I am a man as no one else is a man. So your identity, again, and like coming back to the Queen of Swords, your identity, this golden spider web, the 3 keys, the sword you hold in your hand, the magic behind you, is that you are nothing and everything at the same time, and you are whatever you want to be. You are whoever you want to the world to call you. Okay, the possibilities are literally unlimited for you. Like, you get to discover whatever you want to. It's wherever your mind takes you. So if your mind is stuck in doubt and fear, your mind's going to keep telling you that you should doubt your power, you should fear your power even. But again, with this transformation and liberation, you are understanding you are not your emotions, you are not your intrusive thoughts, you are not the person you had to become inside of whatever it is that traumatized you. You're whoever you were before the trauma, okay? And rediscovering that person is what brings you back to liberation and ultimate healing, basically. I have one more deck that we're going to go through just for some good vibes and messages to keep with us along this week, because, man, a lot's going on, but a lot isn't going on. You know what I mean? Like, lots of healing, but it's really just coming back down to understanding, like sitting with the mind, journaling even. First we have, your mind is a recorder. Let go of all negative, unkind replays and replace them with elevated sounds. Okay, so music could be very beneficial, or again, guided meditations, listening even just to nature, listening to silence, practicing silence could be beneficial, but letting go of negative, unkind replays. So I'm gonna mention it one time just real quick. Embarrassment is a construct. You don't actually have to feel that way. You're just perceiving the judgments of others that could or could not be true, but really shouldn't have any effect on the quality of your life. But anything that makes you feel like you're scared to step forward anyways and see what happens. Like, you're really trying to test the limits. That's what liberation is letting yourself go further than you're used to, going outside of the comfort zone and knowing you're safe anyways. Okay, you are divinely protected, you're all right. And your glass is always refillable. Flow like water instead of holding on to perceptions. Again, so you're going to be learning a lot of things this week. So I highly recommend journaling about what comes across. But whatever you're learning about, whether it's your emotions, your perceptions, your ideas, your transformation, whatever it is to you, there's so much here for you to grow from. And the fact that you're here listening to this message means that you're ready. Again, just prepare yourself to use your coping mechanisms. Prepare yourself to put all of this into action. The divine is ready to work with you if you are ready to transform into liberation. Like, literally, your idea of life is going to be expanding in so many beautiful ways because you're open and ready to flow in this just unconditional manner. So that's what I'm seeing for the week ahead from April 30th to May 4th. If this is finding you at a different time and you've listened all the way through, this energy is what's currently crossing your field. I am excited for you because you have a lot of self-discovery and information regarding how the world works, okay? How the spiritual world works. and just kind of looking up from the lower vibrations that keep you in this sort of mood swing state, and protecting your connection to life, like seeing the green throughout here and the relaxation, the water that relaxation brings, is really just coming back to the present moment and not getting caught up in being so productive or ready for what's coming. Like you're just living today, and that's what makes you ready for tomorrow. So again, I'm really, really glad that you're here. Thank you so much for listening. If you have a chance, check out those other videos, the guided meditations, and or my Patreon. If you have a few extra dollars, you could circulate. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. I hope you have a wonderful week either way, and take a lot of deep breaths.